Hello, dear students. So, let's start our new topic that is sound. It is the form of energy which gives us the sensation of hearing, which means how do we used to hear the music, the loud songs that we used to hear, the hammering sound coming by the construction site, sound of tracks produced by the train, horns of the bike, vehicles, and all. This is just possible because of the sound energy, which helps our ears to hear the sound. After watching this video, you will be able to understand what is sound, how sound propagates, means how the sound travels in any medium, what are the characteristics of the sound which helps you to distinguish between different kinds of sounds. So let's start first. This instrument that you can see in front of you are the musical instrument. So what kind of sound it produces? Sweet sound, melodious sounds which we love to hear. Now in the second picture, what kind of sound it produces? Like the drill machine, hammers, and the plane moving in the air produces a sound which we don't like, na? Right? So these sounds are not melodious to our ears. We don't want to hear this sound, we call it noise. Now coming to the propagation of sound, sound produced by the vibration of material medium, which means sound produces by the vibrating particles of the medium. When the particles of the medium vibrates, then only the sound produces. And just because of that, the sound travels through that medium by vibration. Now, what is vibration? Vibration is the periodic disturbance produced in a medium, which means when we transfer some energy, like suppose we hit a drum, so our energy transmitted to the drum, and that drum particles or starts vibrating, disturbance created in that drum, and the sound produces by the vibration of that medium. So sound travels in the form of compression and rarefaction in the given medium. Let's see through this diagram. Take a tuning fork, or even you can use a scale, beat it, then it will start vibrating. So during the vibration, what happens? Here you can see the air compresses due to the tuning fork, and here some spaces has been created. Here again compression, and here space is created. This area is having high pressure because the molecules of air are more here, and this area the air is less in number. Similarly, this is the higher pressure area and this is the lower pressure area. Why I'm saying pressure? Because when the amount of air is more, that area is high pressure area or compression area, and the area where the number or amount of air molecules is less is known as rarefaction. So in this formation, in this kind of waves in air, the sound used to travel from the instrument to our ears. Next, terms related to the wave. Now waves are having compression area, and here you can see the rarefaction area. So sound travels in the form like that. It propagates in the direction, in a particular direction in this waveform. So terms related, the maximum displacement of the particle from its mean position, from this position to upward and downward, is known as amplitude. The maximum distance or displacement of the particle of the medium is known as amplitude, and the complete oscillation, this one is a complete wave. Up to this is a complete wave. So this is the complete wave, or one oscillation we can say, or one vibration we can say. So the distance between this point and this point can be considered as one wavelength, or next is what, when we say the distance between two compressions or two rarefaction. By getting the value of the distance between these two compression or these two rarefaction, we can get the wavelength. Amplitude is the maximum distance or displacement of the particle from its mean position, which means when we hit a drum, its membrane will vibrate up and down. So the upward displacement and the downward displacement is called the amplitude. More the displacement, more sound will produce. And the time period is the time taken by the particle of a medium to complete one wave or one oscillation. Frequency is the number of complete waves produced in 1 second. And the frequency is what? The number of oscillations in 1 second. How many times that particular medium is vibrating in 1 second. That number is known as frequency. Wavelength is the distance between two consecutive compressions and rarefaction. Now here we are having the relationship between time period and frequency. As we know, number of vibrations in t second, let it be 1. Number of vibration in 1 second, a simple mathematics that you have to apply, unitary method, so 1 by t. So the frequency will be equals to 1 by t. This is the relationship between the frequency and the time period. Coming to the next, here we will study the characteristics of the sound. All the energy, all the things are having their own characteristics, which helps to study them more in a easy way. So loudness, pitch, and quality of timbre. These are the three characteristics of sound that we will going to learn one by one. Loudness, the characteristics of sound by which a loud sound can be distinguished from a faint sound even when both the sounds have the same frequency. Loudness, if I'll speak in a feeble voice, if I want to whisper, my voice will be same, but there is a change in its energy, that is called loudness. You can recognize my voice if I'll say in a soft voice or if I'll say in a loud voice. So the difference between this soft and loud voice when we used to say is known as loudness. Here you can see in the diagram that this diagram shows the difference between the soft sound and the loud sound. What is the difference? Difference in their amplitudes. Only the difference is soft sound is having low amplitude, or the height of the amplitude is lower in case of soft sound, and in case loud sound or louder sound, the amplitude is more. See, in this diagram you can understand it easily. With the help of a mic or a loudspeaker, when we used to say something, it is loud sound or loudness we call it. And when we used to say something into the ears of someone, we use soft sound. Now that is clear. This diagram will also make it clear. When we say something in a feeble voice, this voice or sound is soft sound, and when we start shouting on someone, then the sound produced is known as loud sound. Maybe you can recognize this character. This is Jian. He sings very well, I think. He sings with a loud voice, which we don't want to hear, I think. So, loudness depends on some factors or factors affecting the loudness. Loudness depends on the amplitude of the waveform, distance between the listener and the source of sound, which means when we are near to the source sound or source of sound, it appears louder. When we move away from the source, it becomes soft. Surface area of the vibrating object, which means suppose we are having two drums of different size, surface area, the sound produced by the bigger area will produce more sound. Again, sensitivity of ears also affects the loudness of a sound. How? Like there is a age factor. Old peoples or younger peoples, they are having different listening capacity that you can understand. Now coming to the pitch. The characteristic of sound which distinguish between a shrill or sharp tone voice and a flat sound or voice distinguishes between a man and a woman voice. Sometimes we used to say she is having a sharp voice and she is having a sweet sound or voice which sometimes pins our ear. So sharpness we used to call it in Hindi we can say तीखी आवाज़ जिसे हम कहते हैं is a sharp sound. The boys are having flat sound or मोटी आवाज़ जिसे कहते हैं. Men are having heavy sound and women are having shrill voice. So this pitch helps to distinguish between this kind of sounds. Pitch is related with frequency, which means if the vibration is more, the pitch will be high, as girls are having and women are having high pitch or high frequency voice, low frequency, low pitch, like a man voice. Just do this experiment, take a ruler scale and just perform this activity. You will come to know about the pitch. Just try to change the distance or the length of the scale while doing so. Now vocal cord or voice box helps human to produce sound. Size of the vocal cord is different for men and women. This brings the change in the pitch of their voices. So men are having bigger vocal cord as compared with the woman. That's why we produces low pitch sound and females produces high pitch sound, because if the gap between the vocal cord is more, frequency will be less, and if smaller area is there, frequency will be more. Now coming to the quality or timbre. This is the characteristic of sound which helps to distinguish two sounds of same pitch and loudness. Mostly this helps to analyze musical instrument sound or tone. Suppose you are having two flute. One is cheaper and another one is having high quality which produce good sound. So quality helps us to distinguish the type of sound which we want to listen. See in this diagram, by the waveform you can understand a tuning fork forms a sweet waveform which will suit your ears as compared with the violin. You're not going to resist the sound of violin when it produces sound. You're not going to like it. Thanks for watching. If you're having any questions or doubts, you can ask in the comment section.